Well, it's been a little bit over 3 years ago, but everyone here decided that they were going to have human sacrifices because they were trying to make me disabled. All right? Because people were secretly getting Social Security checks and annuity checks in my name. And they were told that if they couldn't prove that I was disabled, that they would lose their checks. So they have done everything they can to try to make me disabled, basically. And they've done a lot. And several times they actually did disable me, and I healed from it. Of course, they're trying to do more than just disable me, but the disabling is the first part, which is the same thing that they would have done to Virginia Giuffre. Sorry, I always say everybody's names wrong. Notice that they put her through a lot of different things, and then she died. It's they try to call it a slow kill. And there's no telling whether or not they divided her up. They probably did. There's no telling, but anyways, I was made a witness here in the wonderful town of Buchanan, West Virginia, to some really heinous human sacrifices. They were basically the loudest screams, the loudest vocalization I've ever heard in my entire life. And those would be used to run me out of this town, where I, at the time, had just quit my job as a manager at Pizza Hut so that I could spend the summer with my kids. And my kids who I had just gotten back, because the people involved in this situation had already tried to take my son one time. And it didn't work out for them very well. And so they had these sacrifices, and I had to take my little boy and run out of town. And I developed amnesia, but I still knew what was going on. And they would track me across the nation for over a year before they were able to set up a series of events to make it to where I would lose my kid again. And then they dragged things out for over 2 years, the same way they did the first time. Only this time, instead of giving my kid back, my kid went to my sister, who was part of the human sacrifices that they had. If not the number one person that, made them happen, I have no idea, but she definitely was part of it, and had been coming to Buchanan and other places where I lived, like Beverly, and she and others would get apartments around me and pretend that they weren't there while they orchestrated all manner of events around me. And yeah. So yeah, that was the most terrifying experience of my whole life. It was so bad that I got amnesia from it. I ran away with my kid. I ran across the country. They caught up with us and took him. And then they waited a couple years for me to pass away. And whenever I didn't pass away, they just went ahead and sent my kid to the same people that had the sacrifices and have been trafficking me my entire life. And Like, I've made that clear several times, and people still aren't doing anything about it. So here's just a real short video about that, and I'll be more detailed in a little bit.